So hey guys, happy Friday! I'm here today to do my first Flashback Friday that isn't Halloween Horror Nights related. Let's get into it. So obviously, thanks to the pandemic we're all living through right now, I have zero plans to travel anytime soon, and thus my Fridays on my channel are lacking travel videos. You know, before I started the weekly vlogs, my channel was pretty much devoted to the theme parks or travel or any other fun locations you could go to, and right now the only fun location I can go to is my house. So if you aren't one of my Halloween Horror Nights people, then you may not realize that I've started doing some Flashback Friday videos where I watch an old vlog and react to it, and it's a fun way for me to go back and watch videos that are on my channel, share some old vlogs with you guys that you might not have seen because they're so old, and just share some laughs on my old vlogging, old memories, good times, all that jazz. And the majority of them are all travel videos, so I get to live vicariously through my old self. So today I was flipping through old Disney vlogs, old Universal vlogs, old travel vlogs, just trying to decide which one I wanted to watch, and I came across this vlog, which is a classic. It is actually one of the most popular videos on my channel. I don't know why, it still gets a lot of views, and it is Busch Gardens, Tampa. Longest wait ever? Spoiler alert, it was the longest wait ever. But I chose this one for two reasons. One, the date is July 15th, 2012, and the day I'm filming this is July 15th, 2020. So just by chance, it is 8 years to the day of when this vlog was filmed, so I thought that was cool. Also, this vlog documents the day Brittany and I became best friends. So I actually need to text her and send her a happy 8-year anniversary because this was the day that she and I became bonded for life. So let's go ahead and dive into it and watch this very low quality vlog. Remember, it's 2012, it's 8 years ago. I'm basically filming on a potato here. So excuse the quality, it's quality content. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Busch Gardens 2012.
So it was a fun but very short day at the beach, and now I am headed up to Tampa to go to Busch Gardens.
So for context, I had just moved back to Florida.
Well, so we're gonna have some fun vlogging some roller coasters.
About a month before this.
Goodness for you guys.
Yes, Brittany was a vlogger back then.
Beach Road.
Beautiful Inglewood Beach. I was staying with my parents at the beach at this point, living in Orlando, but with my parents at the beach for a weekend.
Right there. Jeez,
yeah, I've been back in Florida for about a month at this point.
I died.
Beautiful.
Busch Gardens. I was here last week and they shut down all of the rides because of lightning. So
yep.
I literally got to ride nothing the whole time I was here. We just went and saw all the animals. And this is worrying me, that cloud right there, because if they would shut it down for lightning, that wasn't
unintentional
even near us
foreshadowing.
last week, that's a bad sign. I was literally about to get onto Montu and they're like, sorry, we're closed for lightning. So
yeah, that was a bad time.
I will ride Cheetah Hunt. It's gonna happen. So
I mean, it will happen.
Brittany here, so I think I'm gonna go try to ride
We'll do that
Gwazi before she gets here because she doesn't really like that
Oh,
one.
Gwazi. Memories.
All right, we're inside, and I already felt some raindrops. All right, so I'm bugging over to Gwazi. Hopefully, I can get there before they close it. Ah, darn rain, trying to mess with my fun. See, there's Gwazi. That's where we're going. It's the big wooden coaster that apparently Brittany hates. So, here we go.
A lot of people don't like Gwazi. Well, didn't like it. It's gone now. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it, but you're gonna see just how rough it is on this potato camera. It was very violent, especially in the back row, but I loved it. There was just something about it. I just really loved the wooden coaster. It was just so different than anything else that's in Florida, which I think, as I learned, not a good idea to have wooden coasters in Florida. They just don't hold up well. And I think Iron Gwazi is going to be amazing. But there's something about that sound, something about the rattle, and a very long lift hill, as you can see. And just that sound. Get ready for the screams. Oh, and the vibrations. Oh, the quality. Oh, is this even, I don't think it's even HD, is it? $360p. 2012. Solid. It didn't seem that bad on the actual ride versus the camera vibration. I mean, maybe it did for some people, but not for me. I loved it. That clip was on the intro to my vlogs for a long time. Dramatic.
That was a little scarier than I remember.
Well, you were in the back row, Liz.
We've made it to Montu. And look, Brittany's here.
Baby Brittany.
She's all excited. So yes, it looks like I might actually get to ride this time. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Liz, what were you doing? What were you doing?
It seems to still be working. So
Montu was my very first ever inverted coaster, or any coaster that went upside down.
that's gonna be us.
I was 17 because I was a chicken up until that point. Montu is still one of my favorites, one of the best.
Sky ride ride? Sky ride ride. Alright, so we skipped the sky ride. So now
Does the sky ride still exist? I think so. I think it still exists in Tampa.
The sky ride was like 30 minutes. So
But yeah, you don't wait 30 minutes for the sky ride. You just walk.
yes. Exactly. Ooh, which reminds me, I need to check in.
Check into what, Africa?
Yeah, I think it's like.
I was doing.
I forget what this area is called.
What was that app called back then?
Hey, the Christmas Town thing is.
It was an app
open.
where you checked in everywhere you went to try to get like points of being the check-in person everywhere.
We're going in. Let's go see. Is this?
Christmas in July.
Oh my gosh, there's Frosty.
Was this the first year they did their Christmas Town?
Oh, it smells delicious in here.
I think it was.
Really
So they were prepping, trying to get people ready for Christmas Town.
I'm gonna laugh when Frosty turns around and sees you dancing.
Again, would it be a vlog without Brittany dancing? I don't think so.
And then over here, it's snowing.
Good old Florida Snope.
This is magical. Seeing all of your faces. Just push that over to you.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Brittany. How odd.
It's funny to think about, but this is like before either one of us, like,
All right.
there's no Jordan, there's no Mike at this point.
Don't wash off my sunscreen. I need that.
Just us girls. Kyle was around, but no Jordan, no Mike yet.
Get on my face.
Little did we know what the future would bring us.
All right, now it's raining. It's your favorite ride. No.
She had a thing back then of really wanting to get me on that ride,
Nope.
and I will never do that ride.
Nope.
I love roller coasters. I don't like torture devices, and that's just torture. Kumba, another Florida classic roller coaster. It's definitely gotten very rough in recent years, so it's getting harder to enjoy the older I get, but it is a classic.
We conquered Goomba.
Yeah.
It was a little faster and rougher than I remembered it being 10 years
So I can only imagine what it is like 8 years now, since then. Well, I can only imagine how bad it's gotten. I haven't been on it in a long time.
9-5. Code 9-5.
Theme park people will understand the stigma and cliches with tour groups.
You can do it.
And this time of year where the tour groups just take over all the theme parks.
She survived. That's the scariest part of this day, isn't it, right? Gotta love it. Oh, the tigers are napping.
Kitties!
Over here is using a rock for a pillow.
You can barely see it because this camera is a potato.
They're all napping. Every time I come, they're napping.
I don't think they really do anything else. What if they're just stuffed tigers?
Not even real. They're animatronic, actually.
Exactly. Could happen.
Disney made the tigers, actually. Hi, guys. Are you my lunch? We're getting ready to ride Chic. Oh,
We're not really getting
oh, wait,
ready.
There we go. Well,
Some long lines for the roller coasters, but we're accomplishing all of them. Chic.
That's the best part right there.
yes, that's
That's all there is in
Sheikah is definitely one of my favorites. Once the drop is over, the rest of the ride is just fun. The drop is a little scary, but once you go on Falcon's Fury, Sheikah doesn't seem like much at all. It seems pretty easy after doing Falcon's Fury now. But my favorite time going on, I think, was with Jeff and just getting Jeff's reaction, looking over the edge. It was good.
That hurts. I feel in love.
Ah, the sky ride. We finally made it on. Much to Brittany's dismay, apparently. So I don't think I've said it yet, but this is the first time that she and I had ever hung out by ourselves. We'd hung out as a group, we'd hung out with other people, we'd met online through a Horror Nights forum, and knew each other through that. We'd met a couple times in person, but we'd never hung out just the two of us, and this is our first time just the two of us.
There's the train.
Because when we first met, I still lived in Colorado / Nebraska, so once I moved back, we started hanging out in person.
Over there, Cheetah Hunt.
I saw those clouds.
We're coming. There, you can see my face. I have to go backwards into this. Oh, it's not that bad. It's very slow going.
No, it's about to get much more rocky.
Is it?
Yeah. These guys are gonna be like, why are you filming yourself?
Early days of vlogging when not everyone knew what you were doing if you were holding a camera.
Now we're to the animal portion.
This is OG vlogging back in the day. Now everyone sees cameras and they know what you're doing. They know you're vlogging.
Animals.
8 years ago. The old school days.
And Cheetah Hunt.
And they're not so natural habitat. And ducks. Oh my god, there's a bunch of ducks. It's amazing.
And a bus.
Can I have one of those cars, the safari jeeps? Oh my god.
Guess they were still running Rhino Rally?
Yeah, they're so majestic.
There we go. Here's Cheetah Hunt. We're gonna go on this.
The water part is the best. So you zigzag.
I'm looking forward to that part.
And it smells like poop.
It always smells like poop in Busch Gardens. Oh look, elephant.
And it found poop.
Poop.
That rain is scaring me. Please don't focus it.
No. I've already told you rain.
Look, Cheetah Hunt's gonna come.
Serious rain. Is it?
It's about to drop.
The knowing face of what's about to happen.
Awkward figure eight.
Hi! Bye! Bye!
Making friends in the air.
Oh, we're gonna be a little bit too soon.
Cheetah Hunt is my favorite ride at the park now. And has definitely created a lot of memories for us.
Actually, like my favorite view of the park because you can see Montu, Cheetah Hunt, Sheikah, and Koopa, and Gwazi.
It's a very different park. If you haven't been to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, highly recommend it. It's completely different than Disney or Universal. You're not getting that kind of experience, but it's totally worth the visit, especially if you like roller coasters.
Okay, we're in.
Good timing, Liz.
We are smart people, and the wait is an hour, so we went ahead and got pretzels and soda, and we're good to wait in this.
The wait is an hour.
Yeah, we're smart like that. Happened, Brittany.
The ride's
What has
closed.
happened?
The ride's closed because of rain.
Didn't you promise me that wouldn't happen if I came with you?
I didn't promise. I said it was a good chance.
But there we go, focus.
I got you on everything else.
Yeah, we did ride to everything else.
Except for the ride that you haven't been on yet.
Yep.
So, no picture.
Yeah, except for the new one.
Welcome to Florida in July.
Is it like a band or is it like...
Let's find out. There we go. This is what we're dealing with right now.
Yep, that's summer for you.
A little dot.
Little did we know.
We're on the outskirts, but then this big one's coming.
We thought, that's not that big. It'll pass by. We'll be fine.
Alright. Can you see the rain?
And then it started pouring. Like really pouring.
That's torrential downpour. What we're waiting in right now. We're all just chilling out. Waiting.
We were at least on the stairs, so we had seats. Oh, sadly.
Yay, we're still waiting. It's been like an
We
hour.
have a better seat now though.
Yes, we
Did I say an hour and a half?
literally.
Kind of getting wet
And
now.
figuratively. Yeah, it's a little misty. That.
You can't see it because the camera quality, but
It's eventually going to go away though.
it was pouring.
Eventually. Liz has to ride
I
this.
do.
That was
I'm
lightning.
not leaving until she does.
That was lightning.
Was there lightning?
Yeah, there's lightning. So now it's becoming Blair Witch.
Oh my god.
Alright, so we're now
3 hours in.
We're waiting for 3 hours.
We're still not done.
Brittany.
It's kind of worth it.
Oh, we're right here, like the ride.
Look how close.
Trying to stick it out because they're literally right on the ride.
Beach coffee.
There you go.
So close.
Optimistic. And then we have Katy Perry serenading us, so.
But shh, you didn't hear that because I'm trying to make money on this video.
Make
so
money.
shh, you didn't hear that.
The like 20,000 views. I might have made like $2 on this video.
How much do we love the tour groups, Brittany? How much?
So much. I just can't even express it. I just
I
can't
know.
even express it.
They stopped chanting, so now this is going to go
Well,
into...
for like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to start up again.
Wait for it. There we go.
We had a tour group in front of
I
us.
still have a comment on this at this time. There. There's like this
For 4
much
hours,
left.
having a tour group right in front of you.
This is how you make
A lot of chanting and a lot of clapping.
That's how you do it. Brittany's gonna eat her hair.
It's moving.
We're testing. We did it. We finally did it. We wrote it. After 4.5 hours, we wrote it.
4.5 hours in line for this ride.
We're a little
We
bit
were
giddy right now.
so delirious.
4.5
We shouldn't be
hours.
allowed to drive or do anything at this point.
Operating machinery. I
We
think they should
were
just let us ride a
absolutely
second time, though,
delirious.
That was such a tease.
Agreed.
It was awesome.
I
It's not
loved it.
outside world, Brittany.
Such a great ride.
The outside
But we were
world.
deliriously happy.
An hour wait, Liz. Let's get on it.
It's horrible
I'm
idea.
glaring at her.
We're just
Delirious,
crawling.
like I said.
It's like rolling down the hill.
It was worth the wait in that we couldn't do anything else.
What are you doing?
All the other rides were closed. Leaving, we would have just gotten soaked going back to our car. So we didn't really have anything to do in those 4.5 hours. We bonded. We became best friends in those moments because we had 4.5 hours together to just talk and figure out that we were really good friends. It's a memory I will always keep. Would I wait 4.5 hours for Cheetah Hunt again? No, but it is my favorite ride in the park, and I will always remember this day.
I have
to her car.
So,
preferred.
there's that.
She's preferred. She's fancy. I'm in the cheap parking.
I'm special.
I'm in the free parking.
I'm in the cheap seats.
I'm free.
Well, yes, but you paid more for your pass.
That's true.
You're all fancy dancy.
I know.
And I have a nice, fun, slurpy thingy.
Just have a
And
coat.
she just has Coke. I think we're calming down from our high of finally riding. And
We
saying
were
goodbye.
ridiculous.
Now we get to drive home.
Now we get to drive home, finally. So, yes. It was a fun day.
I don't remember if I was going back to Orlando or Inglewood at that point.
So,
Probably Orlando.
That's it for today. Bye. The day with a crazy ass rainbow. Check out that rainbow.
Yeah, I'm going back to Orlando.
Like, look at me, I'm a rainbow. I'm crazy.
Look at me, I'm a rainbow. Alright, and that is the end of that vlog. So that was the fateful day where Brittany and I waited 4.5 hours for Cheetah Hunt and we became BFFs. We have been besties ever since that day. So for the past 8 years, we have been best friends. That was just the start of our adventures together. As you can see in the vlog, we both found a way to just make that enjoyable and joke and laugh and tell stories with each other the whole time we were in line. And at a certain point, we just didn't want to give up. So many people left the line that by the time they started testing vehicles, we were right at the front. So at that point, we're like, we're sticking it out. I think at 3 hours, they started testing again, and then they had to shut down again. So we were there for about another hour, and then they started testing again, and that was like 30 minutes to start testing, and then we finally got on at 4.5 hours. It was wild. But like I said, it's a day we'll never forget. It has led to a fantastic friendship that we've had all this time. We absolutely love each other. I'm actually getting ready to go play some Destiny with her now. So I'm gonna sign off for tonight, But I'll be back next Friday with either another Halloween Horror Nights flashback or Halloween Horror Nights news if we get any announcements between now and then. If you enjoyed this flashback video, leave me a comment down below and let me know if there's any specific vlog you want me to go back and rewatch and review for this Flashback Friday. It can be a weekly vlog, a Disney vlog, Universal vlog, a travel vlog, but if you have another video from my channel you'd like me to watch, a specific one, leave it down below and I will review it on one of the following weeks. So see you guys again soon. Bye.